Most entrepreneurs, especially first-time founders, think that if they build a great product, then it will naturally sell itself, but that ain't true. Everything around the buyer experience matters, not just for conversions, but especially for retention and getting your customers to naturally recommend your product. Now, the buyer experience does include the product, but it also includes the shipping time, customer service, the brand experience, the packaging, and some sort of personalization. But in this video, we're going to be talking about packaging. If you're new to the channel, my name is Peter and I'm building a new consumer and dietary supplement product, a functional chewing gum, one for energy and one for relaxation. I've been working on this project for over a year. I hope that the camera focuses, it does. So I've been working on this project for over a year, and now finally the products are in production. We're going to be launching in about 2 months. And since I'm deep into the process of building this product from the ground up and I've started documenting the journey of how it's going, in this video I'm going to be talking about packaging, one of the most important things in e-commerce, in consumer products, and frankly, I believe in any sort of project that anybody is building in today's age. Now, there was one big thing about packaging. I really wanted to make sure that we're gonna have this nice unboxing experience, but throughout the process, I've made a change. Instead of this wow factor, I've decided to go for a more practical version, and in this video, I will explain you why. Before diving into this, let me tell you one thing. There are industries, there are market segments where the product is the packaging. Beverages, perfumes, and supplement products. In these industries, it's actually the packaging that you buy. Like if you're going into a supermarket and you see all of these fancy beverages, if you really want to make sure that you give a nice gift to a friend, to a colleague, to a business partner, then you're not going to be taking the lowest priced item with the most nonsensical packaging. You're going to be going for something more extreme because it's just, you know, a better personal touch. And the same thing is true about perfumes. Like it's actually a piece of art. There are times when you go into a store, you see the packaging and it's like, wow, I need to take this home. And the same thing is true about dietary supplements. If I'm buying a protein powder, there are these super basic, cheapest protein powders that I'm just not going to take home, because if I look at their packaging, then I'm thinking like, all right, this is like cheap versus the professional company that's been developing sports supplements for ages. They already have their unique branding and that's put on the packaging, and I have no idea what's the difference between the two products. I just know that I have more trust placed in the brand that is branded, that has a nice packaging. All right, and now let's talk about my own packaging. Now, if you're looking into this is a uniquely designed packaging, but people open up and it has these two little sections with three pouches put inside, and so altogether it's 6 pouches in a box. And my idea was that when people receive this box, it would be a nice unboxing experience, and I really like this premium feeling. They immediately know that this product is crafted, engineered with precision, with care, with a sort of premium touch. But when I saw this packaging design in person after working on it for months, I realized there is a fine balance between practicality and a wow factor. And my thinking was that, all right, they open it up once, they take out a box, and then are they gonna leave it like this and it's gonna close down or what? So I was thinking for weeks, like, is this worth it? One of the things about a gum product, a chewing gum, is that it's practical. It's something that you carry with you, something that you're easily sharing with others. It's portable and it's practical. For this reason, I was like, all right, this has to be an overkill, and not just from the consumer or buyer experience, but also from the aspect of the cost. So almost two-thirds of our production cost would have went into this packaging. For a long time, I was willing to do that sacrifice, but then I was thinking, this is a startup. Like, this is the first time we are launching on the market. If I get this nice, fancy packaging, then I'm going to be 100% limiting myself to what's the bottom price that I would be able to sell my products for, and it was going to be higher than what competitors are already selling theirs. And at the same time also, something like this would never go into a store. So even though there was this internal willingness that I want to put more effort into this, I had to realize that there is a fine balance. We had to design a more practical version of the box, which would be this. It has this perforated line around, and people just receive it, press it in, they put it into the bag. We're going to have some nice internal messages here, and they take out the gums one by one. I have a more fine-tuned version, which you can see here. So it would be pressed in here, turned to the bag, but they can also open it up like this. So technically it will look something like this, and they are taking out the products like this. So this is a lot more practical. And with the design, because like, all right, unboxing, sure, that's one aspect of the packaging, but the other one is the design. And if this little box has a nice design, then it can sell itself as well. So the final design is already underway. I expect it to be finished this week. I think I'm not gonna show it because I don't want to fire all my shots before the product goes onto the market, right? Because some things have to be a surprise. But my main thinking was that I want to add some, nice branded messages. I want it to be a more clean, minimalistic and smarter packaging. The same aspects that were guiding me in this as well, but this was more about unboxing, and the other one is more about like the actual design, holding some sort of message. And by the way, so our products are going to be in pouches, and the pouches will go into these small boxes. Here's a version of the relaxation gums pouch. You can see that it has this gradient color. Before this, we also had a different design that was a lot more sporty, like it looked more like a sort of product that you would take right before the gym. And I was telling my designer that I feel like this is an overkill as well, and we should have something more smart. As a functional product, we're using functional ingredients, nootropics and trace electrolytes in our products, in our gums, and I really wanted something that also communicates smartness in the brand and in the packaging. Previously, I had a clothing brand in my own home country that I was building for 4.5 years, and it was literally like from the ground up. We were using standardized packagings at first, and then we switched to our own branded version. And when we did the change, there were so many people taking pictures. So this thing really, really matters. This is the primary point of contact for your customers. If you're purchasing in stores, then definitely this is the primary point of contact with your brand, with your product, with the whole experience. So it's worth spending time and effort on this. My advice though is that there is a fine line between delighting your customers and building something that actually makes sense both from a cost and from a practical perspective. This was the first time that I did a video like this, just frontally talking to the camera about a concept relating to this new project. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you found it useful. If you did, then you know what to do. And we're going to be launching in about 2 months. I'm super excited about this. And since now everything is really like into the nitty-gritty aspect of things, I feel like this is the sort of videos that I can do for now. And then when the production finishes and we're going to be doing the launch, there's going to be something special coming out on this channel as well. So make sure that you stay tuned, and I hope to see you soon.